Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Vichy's new LiftActiv Specialized B3 Serum, which is a brightening as well as anti-aging serum that's suitable for all skin types, and it can be used daily in the morning as well as evening. Now, their main focus is niacinamide, but it also contains glycolic acid and tranexamic acid. So niacinamide and tranexamic acid are both brightening ingredients which can help you to improve surface hyperpigmentation, such as sun-damaged skin like dark brownish or grayish spots, or even post-acne marks, which can be red spots or even to some extent brownish spots, so that you will achieve a more even skin tone. And then with glycolic acid, it helps to gently exfoliate the skin, which can also to some extent, based on how it works, improve your dark spots on the skin surface, because it's going to loosen the dead skin cells over time, and this can help you to make the dark spots less visible. And it has some anti-aging benefits to improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Now, based on Vichy, they recommend that you need to use this serum consistently in the morning as well as evening, and you have to use it at least for 8 weeks to see improvements. Now, based on the studies that I have read, for example, about niacinamide, which is a brightening ingredient, you should need, or basically you should use it for at least 4 to 12 weeks and then judge how it's going to impact your skin concerns. So use it for at least 1 to 3 months before making any changes. If you haven't seen any improvements, or if you have seen any improvements, then keep on going with the product so that it can further improve your specific skin concern to get it a bit more even. Now, they do not really specifically talk about a percentage. They just say that it contains 5% of niacinamide, but we aren't aware of how much glycolic acid does it contain, as well as tranexamic acid, which is important to emphasize, because depending on your surface hyperpigmentation, if it's just very light on the skin surface, this serum alone may already be able to help you to improve it so that it becomes less visible over time while using it. However, if your pigmentation issues are much deeper in the skin, it may not be strong enough. So it's a great start if you just want to see how it's going to perform and if it has an impact on your specific uneven skin tone issues. However, I do want to emphasize that if that one does not show you any results within 3 months, I recommend either looking into serums that have a higher percentage of niacinamide, glycolic acid, or even tranexamic acid if you want to keep the focus on the ingredients, or please see a dermatologist or your local doctor who can give you a stronger treatment which isn't available over the counter, because surface hyperpigmentation is a difficult topic to improve, since not everyone has the same severity when it comes to how deep it gets into the skin. And so this is really important to emphasize before using this product, so that you know what you can expect. And so I have prepared for you some example skincare routines. You can use this serum on its own or use it along with any other skincare products, but I want to go over the order of application as well as some general information. I do include always a general guide as well below my order of application example routines, as well as a sunscreen guide. Now, I want to get started with the morning skincare routine so that you can see what I'm talking about. So we are going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face using a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. Or if you usually like to wash your face just with plain water, then go ahead and do so. Just make sure to properly wash your face, rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then, if you like to include a toner, you don't have to. You can add an hydrating and soothing toner to your skincare routine. Use it immediately after your cleansing step. Once you have applied it with either a cotton pad or with your hands, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then move on to your serum. In this specific case, Vichy's LiftActiv Specialized B3 Serum. Apply it to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then, if you should feel the need, or depending on the setup of your usual skincare routine, you can continue with an eye serum or an eye cream. Just use a bit of it around the eyes, leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off. And then move on to your moisturizer if you should feel the need, and then follow with sun protection, or it's fine to leave out the moisturizer and then immediately move on to sun protection. Or if you have a moisturizer that already contains SPF, then you have the 2-in-1. So you have your options based on how you're going to do the setup and what your skin needs based on your overall skin type and how comfortable it feels on the skin. So sun protection during daytime when being exposed to the sun is really important, especially if you want to prevent premature aging or further sun-damaged skin, since you're already battling with surface hyperpigmentation. So you do not want to make it worse or increase it even further. Therefore, sun protection protection when being exposed to the sun is important so that your skin has the time to heal, and while using this serum that's also going to be protect the skin while working on your dark spots so that the UV rays do not damage the skin any further. I have a specific guide about the sunscreen, how you should use it, as well as what you have to keep in mind when working with sun protection, in the description box down below, with also those example skincare routines. So if you want to go over it in your own time, you feel free to look it up in the description box down below, or just even download them if you find them helpful. When it comes to the evening skincare routine, it's basically the same setup, just without the sun protection, and you may need to adjust your cleansing step depending on how stubborn your sunscreen and or makeup may be that you have worn throughout the day. So if your sunscreen is a sunscreen that easily removes with just your daily cleanser, the same would apply to your makeup, then just use your daily gentle cleanser to wash your face. However, if you're working with water resistant or waterproof sunscreen as well as makeup, then you need something stronger to make sure that it's properly able to break it down and to remove it from the skin so that there's no residue left. How can you do this? Well, either use at first micellar water and then your gentle cleanser, or use an oil or balm cleanser and then your gentle cleanser, or you may want to use your gentle cleanser twice to make sure that everything comes properly off. So those are just some tips that I can share with you on how you can do this. Otherwise, just keep on going with your usual cleanser. Wash your face, rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then again, immediately move on to the toning step, then the serum step, maybe an eye cream or eye serum if you should feel the need, and then the moisturizer at the end. Now, everywhere where you can see optional, you do not have to include this step, but you can depending on what other skincare products you may be using, so that you can see the order of application. And again, the general guide is below those little square steps. Now, when it comes to how you can properly basically apply it to the skin, this is now where I want to get into the application guide. Now I want to keep my focus on the major steps, which would be cleansing step, then the serum application as well as moisturizer. And as already mentioned with the sunscreen step, I'm going to leave you a specific video in the top right corner so that you can see the overall application, how much you need to use and how you can properly blend it all over. So with the first step, go ahead, use a cleanser that's suitable for your skin type and needs. This can be a gentle cleanser, this may be an exfoliating acid cleanser, so go ahead and use it depending on your overall skin concerns and skin type. If you're using a different one as I do, then please read on the back of the packaging on how you should use your cleanser, since the directions may change. In this example, I'm going to use Vichy's Pureté Thermale Gentle Refreshing Gel Cleanser. This is just one example. If you're still looking into a cleanser, well then this could be, for example, a recommendation that I can share with you. That specific cleanser includes fragrance, so if you prefer something fragrance-free, then it may not be for you. So in this case, I need to apply the cleanser on wet skin. So the first step that I'm going to do is now wetting my face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water, and then I'm going to massage the cleanser onto wet skin. You can wash your face above the sink or do this step in the shower, and once you're done in the shower, you're going to pat the skin dry and then continue with your usual skincare routine. So this is also a great alternative, and it's very convenient, especially in the evening, to make sure that everything comes properly off. So again, I'm going to get started with now wetting my face. So let's do this. Use between 1 to 2 pumps, about a coin-size amount of your cleanser. Then gently rub your hands together and massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. Please make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. So, and once you have massaged it all over your face and neck, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. And if you like to, you can use a soft and fresh washcloth in between, which you're going to wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better, especially if you're trying to remove sunscreen as well as makeup from the skin. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. Now once you're done with the cleansing step, you can immediately move on to the next step. This can already be the serum. However, if you do want to include an hydrating and soothing toner, then don't forget this would be now the next step after cleansing. When applying your toner, you can either do this with a cotton pad or use it with your hands and then evenly and gently blend it all over. Once you have applied it, you're going to leave it on the skin. If you want to see a specific application of a toner, I have a video for you in the top right corner. Then once you're done with your toning step, you then would move on to Vichy's LiftActiv Specialist B3 Serum. And this one has a very interesting texture. It is very liquidish. It's almost like water, and you need to use quite a fair amount to evenly apply it over your face and or maybe your neck, depending on what you mainly want to like target, just your face or your neck as well. So I recommend using between basically 5 to 8 drops, even to some extent 10 drops, depending on how quickly your skin is going to absorb it, so that you have enough product and enough time to properly blend it over your face and neck. Now this one you need to twist it right here on the top, and then you need to turn the bottle and basically press on this part right here to count the drops so that you can get some product out. And then you can either just use it in the palm of your hand or immediately onto your face. Then rub your hands together and gently blend it all over your face as well as neck. Please make sure to not use it on top of your eyelids, and please do not get it into your mouth nor into your eyes. If that's the case, rinse it immediately with water. So, and once you have evenly applied it all over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now you can stop right here and basically just use the serum on its own with your cleansing step, then the serum, and that's it in the evening, and then during daytime just follow with sun protection. However, I do want to emphasize that if you include a hydrating and soothing toner that you're going to use before applying the serum, your skin feels already slightly damp, and in this case you may not need to use as many drops as if you would skip the toning step. So again, please remember to adjust the amount depending on if you're going to include a toner or not. If not, then use a few drops more and then evenly blend it all over. You should be able to cover the entire area. You should be able to feel that it's overall slightly damp, but that the product is able to properly absorb into the skin and that it's not going to sit on top of the skin surface, because if you're going to use too much of it, it can easily feel a bit sticky on the skin, which can lead to an uncomfortable feeling. So therefore, please keep this in mind when choosing the amount of product that you're going to use. So you can, as already mentioned, stop right here. However, if you do have, for example, an eye cream or eye serum, in this case I have an eye serum right here, use between 1 to 2 drops or 1 to 2 pumps, depending on how much is going to come out. I recommend starting off with 1 pump or with 1 drop for both eyes. See how you can blend it. If that's enough, then go ahead and keep on going with that specific amount. If you still should feel the need to use a bit more, then add another drop to it, but please do not overdo it. Then apply your eye serum either just on the eye contour or around the entire eye area, but again, please do not get it into your eyes. Once you have applied it, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then you can follow on with your moisturizer. Now I have 2 examples right here, which is first of all Vichy's Aqualia Thermal Light Moisturizing Cream or Vichy's Mineral 89 Hyaluronic Acid Booster. Now that one can be used as a serum or moisturizer depending on the feeling that you prefer as well as your overall skin needs. In this case, I'm now going to use it as my moisturizing step, and so then go ahead and use between 1 to 2 pumps for your face and neck, or when using a moisturizer like this, use about a bean size amount so that you have enough product to evenly blend it all over, but at the same time that you only have a thin layer on the skin surface. Rub your fingers together and then gently blend it all over. So, and once you have applied your moisturizer all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now again, this can be the last step in your evening skincare routine. However, during daytime, you want to follow with sun protection afterwards. And keep in mind, overall, the setup of your skincare routine should always be suitable for your overall skin type and specific skin concerns. A skincare routine does not have to include 10 steps. It can be 3 steps, it can be 2 steps, really to the minimum, so that you can specifically target your overall skin needs and adjust your skincare routine always over time, depending on how your skin is going to change while we basically age, because this is something that we also often forget about. So again, this is what I wanted to share with you on how you can use a Vichy Specialist LiftActiv B3 Serum. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to know more about skincare and how you can apply it to the skin, I have several videos for you on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to link some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.